Have you ever wondered why you stay in a relationship that drains you? Even though you know it hurts you, that the other person will never change, yet you stay. You've promised yourself you will leave, but something keeps pulling you back. Why? The answer lies not in the other person, but in what this relationship has awakened in you, reinforced, and activated. Toxic relationships aren't just about fights, lies, and manipulation. They involve unconscious patterns, old wounds, the fear of being alone, the need for validation, and confusion. Leaving is not enough. You might distance yourself physically, but emotionally, something inside keeps pulling you back. You remember the good moments, justify the bad ones, and wonder if you should give it one more try. The problem isn't in you or the other person. It's in the bond this relationship has created. A bond so powerful that it alters your perception and makes you accept things you once swore you never would. But enough is enough. This video isn't to make you feel guilty, but to help you understand what's really happening so you can regain control. When you understand, you take control. If you're stuck in this cycle, this video is for you. By the end, you'll understand why it repeats, and more importantly, how to break free. Why do some people repeatedly fall into toxic relationships, while others walk away without looking back? The answer lies in how we learn to love. Love is not just something that happens. It's shaped, built, and conditioned. To understand why you feel so attached to someone who hurts you, we need to discuss attachment. From the moment we're born, we seek connection. In our early years, our brains are programmed to associate safety with affection. If love is available in a healthy way, we learn relationships are safe. But if affection is mixed with rejection, inconsistency, or abuse, our minds learn that love is unstable and unpredictable, and that's the problem. If you grew up in an environment where love and pain went hand in hand, your mind internalized this. When you meet someone who treats you well, it may feel boring. But when affection is given in controlled doses, you recognize this pattern and associate it with love. This is the danger of the emotional trap. You're not just in love with the person, you're in love with what they represent. They awaken something old in you, a desire to prove you're enough, that love will win, and that rejection will turn into acceptance. This leads to one of the biggest reasons it's hard to leave a toxic relationship: the fear of loss. When your attachment is based on uncertainty, losing that person feels unbearable. Not because you can't live without them, but because you feel you need to resolve the story. You feel the need to prove that you can make it work. But here's the truth. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. The problem isn't you, and the solution isn't with the other person. The first step in breaking free is understanding what's happening. Emotional attachment creates a trap, and what keeps you stuck is a psychological mechanism called intermittent reinforcement. Understanding how it works is key to breaking the cycle. Have you noticed that no matter how painful the relationship is, there are moments when everything feels perfect? Those rare times when the other person is exactly who you want them to be, when it seems like everything will change. You cling to those moments, convincing yourself that this is the true essence of the relationship. But this isn't love, it's addiction. What keeps this addiction alive is intermittent reinforcement. This concept comes from B.F. Skinner's studies. In his experiments with animals, Skinner found that rewarding unpredictably keeps them hooked on the habit. Now, replace the rats with humans and the lever with your relationship. It works the same way. If the other person were cruel all the time, leaving would be easy. But they offer small doses of affection, making you keep trying, always hoping for the next reward. And the most perverse part is that it trains you to accept less. Deep down, you want to relive those good moments. You convince yourself that if you try hard enough, if you're patient, the other person will return to who they were. But that's the trap. This relationship wasn't about love, it was about control. The toxic person, knowingly or unknowingly, understood that keeping you trapped doesn't require constant affection. It just requires the right dosage of warmth and coldness. And that's why leaving hurts so much. It's not just the end of the relationship, it's the end of hope. The hope that everything will change one day. Accepting that is painful, but necessary. As long as you keep playing this game, you lose sight of what you deserve. You'll doubt yourself and start accepting less. The worst part is that often, the other person still makes you believe it's your fault, that you're exaggerating, that none of this is real. If you've ever questioned your sanity, you've felt the effects of psychological manipulation, especially gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone distorts reality to make you doubt your feelings, memories, and sanity. It's an effective control technique because it makes you doubt yourself, making it harder to recognize abuse. You notice something wrong, perhaps a lie, and confront the other person. But they flip the situation, accusing you of exaggeration or paranoia. Over time, you start to doubt yourself and depend on them to define what's real. Gaslighting is just one tool in toxic relationships. Another is projection. Here, the person transfers their flaws onto you. If they lie, they accuse you of dishonesty. If they cheat, they accuse you of cheating. If they're aggressive, they say you're provoking them. The cruelest part is that you start believing these accusations and carry guilt that isn't yours. The goal is to confuse you and drain your emotions. When you're emotionally drained, it's easier to control you. You accept crumbs of affection as a reward. When your perception is altered, you stop trusting yourself and trust them blindly. So why do you continue to accept all of this? The answer lies in the fear of loneliness and the illusion that love can change someone. Have you ever thought, what if I never find another person? Or, what if no one else loves me? If so, you've fallen victim to the fear of loneliness and the illusion of change. The fear of loneliness isn't irrational. Since childhood, we've been taught that being alone is bad. Society reinforces this. Combine that fear with a relationship that has destroyed your self-esteem, and you convince yourself that leaving would be a mistake. But what if I told you that what you feel isn't loneliness? What if you're experiencing emotional withdrawal? Toxic relationships create dependency, like addiction. You're not just attached to the person, you're trapped by hope, believing that if you hold on long enough, they'll return to who they were. You rationalize the bad moments, cling to empty promises, and ignore their actions. This isn't love, it's the illusion of change. The truth is that real change doesn't happen because you love enough or because you've sacrificed everything. True change happens when the person recognizes the problem and genuinely wants to change. And let's be honest, how many times has this person promised to change? If nothing changes, it's because the relationship was never meant to change. And accepting that hurts. It hurts because it means giving up hope, facing the emptiness left by something that consumed your life. It hurts because it means admitting that you invested time, energy, and love in something that never had a future. But this pain is temporary. The pain of continuing is eternal. Leaving a toxic relationship isn't just about deciding to walk away. To truly leave, you need to break the emotional bond, reprogram your mind, and rebuild your identity. This process is emotional detoxification. Step 1. The total break. No contact. Block them, leave social media, and don't accept crumbs. Contact reactivates the emotional conditioning. Step 2. Endure the withdrawal without relapses. You'll feel emptiness. Your brain has been conditioned to seek them, but this isn't longing, it's withdrawal. Don't romanticize the past. Fill the void with new routines, friends, and activities. Make a list of everything they did to hurt you and read it when you feel like going back. Step 3. Rebuild your identity. Toxic relationships destroy self-esteem. Ask yourself who you were before this relationship, what you liked, and what made you happy. Rediscover yourself. The love that truly matters is self-love. Leaving a toxic relationship is not the end. It's the beginning of something greater. True liberation happens when you finally choose yourself. One day, you'll wake up and realize you're finally free. But to get there, you need to take the first step. Leave a comment about what part of this video affected you the most, because your experience can help others. Keep watching. The next video is essential for your process.